Welcome. It's Tuesday morning on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm here with my guest, Mark Otto, that is Managing Director at Streucher and Company. Mark, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me back, Lina.
So, Mark, we are seeing the indexes today pretty flat. Yesterday, the Dow Jones on record for the 35th time from the beginning of the year. So now probably it's like wait and see until probably Thursday.
Yeah, you get the sense that the drum roll is on, and we're going to trade it probably a narrow channel until then, unless big news breaks. Yesterday, the banks were closed. The volume was really low. We traded a narrow channel yesterday as well. Coming into this morning, it's interesting. It's the last day of the China plenum, so we're waiting for news to come out of that. We're expecting some sort of structural reforms to come out of China. I think that word is, and reports and expectations are that the economy will be more market based as far as interest rates are concerned, and I think that with that, a lot of people are looking to the second largest economy in the world for some sort of signs of what's going to go on in the near future for them.
That's going to be a big deal, I'm sure, and yeah, even Wall Street is going to follow that. I was mentioning Thursday because Thursday we know is Janet Yellen, and she's going to talk in front of the commission in the Senate that we'll have to vote for her, to confirm her nomination as a chairman of the Federal Reserve. Of course, the interest will be on what Yellen will say about the future and what's the future in particular of the stimulus. So the market is waiting for that.
Absolutely. I mean, she's seen by most traders to be a dove. Most people think that the status quo will continue. She's going to follow on within Bernanke's footsteps. I think the Q&A session is going to be interesting. I think that every algorithm in the world is probably going to be programmed to that speech and reacting to every single word that's said. So that's definitely going to be the big market moving piece of data this week. Everything that comes out on Thursday.
Do you think that the data that we saw on Friday about the job market really changed the scenery, really changed the possibility that the Federal Reserve indeed could act in December?
I thought Friday's reaction was it was very interesting, simply because a lot of people, if you'd asked them the day before, well, if we get stronger data, does that mean the market's going to pull back because QE3 unwind might be sooner, right? It would have been the opposite reaction of what we saw. So, I guess the flip side of the coin.
Especially after the GDP the day before, right?
Right. I think it's sort of strange. However, as far as quantitative easing is concerned and the unwind, I think there's a lot of speculation going on. And I guess the flip side of the coin is what you want to see is that the economy is going to strengthen, that it could actually compensate for the unwind when it actually occurs. So, that is the way that people should be thinking. However, it seems as though more concerns are the stimulus has been the fuel for the rally, and that's been what really traders zeroing in on.
So you're saying that the market basically now is sort of accepting the future, is accepting a possible tapering because the economy can actually sustain it.
Yep, that's what you're hoping for. However, whether or not they change their mind next week, we'll have to see.
So, Mark, technically, instead, what happened? I mean, we saw. I was mentioning the Dow Jones, but even the S&P 500 is still trading around, record levels. Today we are flat, but it's 1770 right now. So 1800 is not considered the end of the year target anymore.
Not at all. I mean, the Bloomberg report, that came out 2 weeks ago was sort of projecting the fact that the market is over 10%, well over 10% for the year. It's up, 25% for the year, let's say. And, the percentages, if you play them, since 1929, there's an 82% chance that the market's going to gain another 6% before the end of the year. So that gets you to 1820. So 1800 is definitely, on the horizon. It's more than likely it's going to gravitate towards there if we get close.
Yeah, we're just 30 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
From there.
Yeah, so I mean, between now and the end of the year, yeah, we have Q4 earnings, but also, this is the time. 2/3 of our economy is spending, and this is the time when people are spending. We're gonna have Cyber Monday coming out very soon. Very soon, we're gonna have Black Friday coming out, and it seems as though they're actually gonna move up Black Friday 2 hours to 6 p.m. I think it's sort of obnoxious. I mean, it's a family holiday, but if you want to get out there and shop, go right ahead.
Also, if big companies like Macy's, JCPenney, who have been around for a long time, if they make that decision to open on Thanksgiving, they know that people will show up.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that particularly in this economy, people want a bargain. They're willing to make sacrifices. And I've had some friends who have their wives go out and do this type of thing, and I sort of chuckle at it because it's almost like a commando raid. Everyone has their plan mapped out, and they have a half dozen of their friends, and they all storm the stores and get those bargain deals out there. So I could definitely see the draw for it. It hopefully will boost as far as retail sales numbers are concerned. So it's a good thing overall going forward.
And the economy too, you were mentioning, is two-third of this economy is consumption.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how Cyber Monday goes here. China just had their Singles Day, which is sort of the equivalent in China to Cyber Monday. And about $5 billion U.S. Were sold in goods in China on that one day for Alibaba. So that's a huge day. So, we'd love to see that kind of numbers here.
Yeah, companies here, of course, they are hoping for something even half of that.
Right.
Now let's talk about numbers here for the S&P 500. What are you looking at this week?
From here, resistance is going to be 1772, 1776. Support from here is going to be 1767, 1762.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Mark, for being with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.